The 2026 Speaker Treasury. 12 of the highest caliber speakers. Get brand deals with no social media follow. Building 9-figure empires. Viral posting and editing. Stack lines of revenue. 12 months of mentoring. Unleash your business potential. VIP access. Meet and greet. Reserve your seat now for the 2026 Speaker Treasury.
Welcome everyone, come join the fun. Legacy Blueprint now has begun. One big family, here we grow. Legacy Blueprint, now here we go. Grab your cup, pull up a chair. Legacy Blueprint now is everywhere. Coffee time, let's laugh out loud. Legacy Blueprint now makes us proud. It's coffee time, let's talk and grow. Legacy Blueprint now helps us glow. Share your story, shine right now at Legacy Blueprint now. So raise your cup, let the good times flow. Legacy Blueprint now helps dreams grow. Big dreams start right now, right here at Legacy Blueprint now.
The 2026 Speaker Treasury. 12 of the highest caliber speakers. Get brand deals with no social media follow. Building 9-figure empires. Viral posting and editing. Stack lines of revenue. 12 months of mentoring. Unleash your business potential. VIP access. Meet and greet. Reserve your seat now for the 2026 Speaker Treasury.
All right. Welcome, everybody. Hey, how's it going? Good morning. It's the morning. I love it. Thank you for joining us today. We have a special treat for you. I'm super excited, crazy excited to introduce a good associate of mine who's become a friend. So much more than a strategic partner, I would say. And she has a prolific, amazing background doing so many different things throughout life. So her experience is going to be one that you're going to want to sit back, grab some popcorn, get really comfortable, and just enjoy the show. It's going to be a little bit awesome, kind of special format today, a little bit different than we typically do. And LJ Hannah is in the house right now, and she's going to explain how that all works in a moment. So without further ado, I want to introduce you to the master of voice AI agents, the one, the only, LJ Hannah. Let's go. Yeah.
Good morning, and thank you, Alan. Howdy, and welcome for being here. Appreciate this. And for those of you who couldn't catch the live, thank you for watching this replay. I appreciate that very much. All right, so this is the part where I do a presentation, and you're going to get a presentation, but I promise you it's me, but it's not me. If you're old enough as I am, you might remember a little commercial. Is it live or is it Memorex? Well, this is kind of sort of the same thing. I operate on a different level. I've gone through some issues, medical issues over the years, and so I have low energy. I want to save that energy for you at the end to answer any questions. And so because of that, I'm going to ask Alan to queue up and have the presentation run. I've recorded it so you can take a look at it. And then as soon as that's over and done with, I'll be back. I'm still here in the room. I just don't want to flub and just want to make sure everything is presented properly. So I've gone ahead and recorded it. So Alan, if you're kind enough, would you mind queuing it up and letting it roll for us, please? Thank you. All right, so a little bit more about me. I spent 30 years being the person everyone called. In local government, in boardrooms or budget meetings, it didn't matter what time it was or how I was feeling. In my personal life, for friends, neighbors, and acquaintances. Most of my adult life, I was the person people called when things fell apart. And I figured it out every single time, because that's what you did. That was my identity. And I was good at it. really good at it. But somewhere along the way, gradually, not all at once, I stopped fitting inside the life I had built. Not because the work wasn't meaningful, it was, but because I'd been running so far past my capacity for so long, my body eventually made the decision my mind kept refusing to make. Not because I didn't care about others, because I did. What I found I was navigating, and what I now know how to name, was cognitive and chronic fatigue, the kind that doesn't show up on a scan, but shows up everywhere else. In your focus, in your capacity, in your ability just to be available, the way everyone expected me to be. What followed was time away from everything I'd built. And in that stillness of illness, which was not always peaceful, I'll never pretend it was, I got deeply, utterly curious about what artificial intelligence could actually do for real people running real businesses. That became the foundation of the Reinvention Sanctuary, my framework for burned out executives who need to rebuild the structure of their lives, not just to rest for a weekend. It became the subject of my book, which hit #1 on Amazon in work-related health. It also taught me something that changed how I run everything I touch. Availability should never be the sacrifice you make to stay in business. I couldn't be available 24/7, so I built something that could. His name is Mark. Here's the reality of building something when your capacity is limited. You have restricted hours, restricted energy, and zero tolerance for wasting either. I can only work mornings. That's not a preference. That's my current reality. And every hour counts twice. What I could not afford was a phone that rang while I was resting, or a lead that disappeared because nobody answered it. What I couldn't afford was qualifying every prospect by hand and following up on every missed call myself. That's a full-time job inside a part-time capacity. So I built Mark, my AI voice agent. He answers calls, qualifies leads, books discovery calls, and follows up around the clock without me. And he has a voice that could sell ice to a snowman. And then I thought, if this is what it took for me to run a business within my actual capacity, if this is the thing that kept me from running myself back into the ground, then I'm not the only one who needs it. And that's what we're talking about right now. Okay, at this exact moment, a lead just called your competitor. Not because your service is worse, not because your price is higher, but because they picked up the phone and you didn't. 80% of callers will not leave a voicemail if there's no answer. They'll just hang up and call the next name on their list. 30 to 60% of those missed call opportunities are gone forever. Not delayed, they're gone. And 78% of buyers will choose the first business that responds. Listen to that again. Not the best business, the first one that responds. Every one of your unanswered calls is a gift to your competitor. It's not a metaphor. It's a revenue transfer happening in real time. And here's the part that matters most for this room. It's not a technology problem. It's a revenue problem, and it's completely solvable. The question isn't whether this is happening to you. The question is, how much is it costing you? So let's talk about that real cost. Not the missed call, but what the call was actually worth. If you're in home services, let's say you're a contractor, a plumber, a builder, an HVAC tech, or electrician. The average missed opportunity runs to about $6,000 a month in lost revenue. That's 10 calls a week at your normal close rate, just 10. If you're in legal, medical, real estate, or another profession, that number climbs to $10,000 a month. 2 missed qualified consultations, only 2. What if you're in health and wellness? A well-run AI voice agent system can add $8,000 a month in captured revenue from calls you were already receiving and simply failing to convert. Now, I'm going to address something completely directly with you. I know some of you are looking at the investment in a system like this and doing the math in your head. I get it. I am that person, and I always have been, and I always will be. But the real question is never whether there's a cost to the system. The question is whether the current situation is already costing you more than the system would. Now, these numbers and any other sources that I use come from Rutera.io, Salesforce, and the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. They're not projections. They're what's already happening. If you have a phone and you serve clients, this is a solution for you. So what does the solution really look like? In my case, his name's Mark. He's my AI voice agent, and he answers all my calls, day or night, weekends, on holidays, every time. Here's what Mark actually does when someone calls. He'll capture every detail, the caller's name, the reason for the call, any relevant qualifying information automatically, without manual notes. Nothing falls through the cracks. He screens and qualifies. Not every caller is going to be your ideal client. Mark knows the difference and handles each interaction accordingly. And he books directly in your calendar. Qualified prospects don't have to wait for a call back. They'll get scheduled on the call itself. And I want to be direct about this because I hear a concern. Most callers don't realize they're speaking with an AI. What they experience is a fast, professional, helpful interaction that makes your business feel responsive and organized. Because guess what? It is. It's not a phone tree. You're not going to be pressing 2 to press 4. And it's not a robot reading a script. It's a fully configured, brand specific to your business, conversational, let me say that again, a conversational AI system built for your business and your business's workflow. Mark doesn't have bad days. He won't call in sick. He won't put someone on hold because there's another call coming in. He is simply consistently always there. That's not an automation. That is an infrastructure shift for your business. So I'm sure something else that you're probably going through your head right now is that maybe you already have someone answering the phone. A front desk receptionist, a team member who handles incoming calls, a spouse. And you're wondering, will this replace them? And you know what? Absolutely not unless you wanted to. And here's why that matters. Your team and you are already doing your best. The issue is not effort, it's consistency. Calls come in during the busiest moments of the day, wouldn't you know it? And they'll come in after hours. They'll come in while your staff is handling a customer who's physically in front of them. In those kind of moments, the call either goes to voicemail, which 80% of callers you already know won't leave a message, or it'll get rushed through in a way that does not represent your business at its best. Mark's going to handle the overflow for you. Mark will handle after hours. Mark will handle the repetitive intake questions that eat up you or your team's time and pulls their attention away from the work that actually requires a human being. The real comparison is not AI versus staff. It's a stronger system supporting your team versus an avoidable missed opportunity. And it is avoidable. Mark will handle the front door. Your team will handle the house. Mark's not a replacement. He becomes a reinforcement for you, your team, and your business. So what does this actually produce? Well, we're looking at about an 87% faster lead response time, under 60 seconds compared to a 4+ hour industry average. When someone calls, they're not waiting. The potential for 3 times more booked appointments from the same advertising spend, the same marketing budget, the same inbound traffic, dramatically better conversion rates, and real monthly savings. Let's look at the context of this. The average annual cost of a full-time receptionist, their salary, benefits, payroll taxes, training, and turnover runs anywhere between $35,000 to $50,000 a year. That's $3,000 to $4,000 a month for a person who works 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, will take weekends off, and even will have a vacation or two. Mark works every hour of every day. I am not saying this to be dismissive of your team. I'm saying this because the math matters and it's not made up. And you do deserve to see it clearly. Speed to lead, booking rate, cost efficiency. Mark will deliver on all 3. And they're not projections. Don't forget, these are all verified by third-party data. I can go on and tell you what Mark does, but I'd rather let someone else tell you what it felt like to make the decision. Alan Pettit, the man who's hosting this event with me, the founder of Nobility Digital Marketing, a professional who spent years helping businesses grow through digital strategy, Alan heard Mark handle a call. Alan didn't schedule a follow-up. He didn't ask for a proposal. He signed up on the spot. That's right, on the spot. Not after a week of deliberation, not after shopping around. On the spot. I'm going to be transparent. Alan's our MC tonight, and he's in the room with us right now. You can ask him directly after this presentation why he made that decision. But what I'll tell you is this. When someone whose entire career is built on evaluating what works in business sees your system and immediately becomes your first paying client, it's not a coincidence. That, my dear folks, is validation. And in a few minutes, you're going to hear Mark in your action yourself. I think at that point, you'll understand why Alan did not wait. So there are 3 tiers offered with the same goal. The 3 tiers are designed where your business is right now and where you're headed. The Essentials tier is a $2,000 setup, and it'll cost $500 a month. Oh, I'm sorry, I left a typo in there. I apologize. The Essentials tier is built for solopreneurs and lean teams who need a reliable front door without a large initial build. It'll handle up to 300 calls a month. This tier is about consistency and protection, making sure no call falls through the cracks. Now, the next step up is our Accelerator tier. That'll cost $5,000 to set up, and it'll cost $1,500 a month. This is the tier where the most serious businesses land. It's built for operations with real call volume, real lead handling pain, and a clear return on investment case tied to booking consistency and missed call recovery. The Accelerator will provide 1,000 calls a month. If you're on the brink of the next level and the phone is part of what's holding you back, this is your tier. And then we've got the Command tier. That's the Mac Daddy of them all. And that starts at a $12,500 setup with a $3,500 monthly maintenance fee. This is for multi-location operations in high-volume environments where front-end workflow failure is especially expensive. It is unlimited and custom like the other 2 tiers to your business. And I want to be extremely clear to you about how I think about fit. My goal is not to put you in the biggest package. My goal is to match the level of support to the level of your need. I will not oversell. I spent a career in government. It is not in my DNA. But I will not underprotect your business either. Every tier includes a 90-day initial commitment. Not because we need to lock you in, but because real results will require some runway. I call it a 90-day results window. This is not a contract, it's a commitment to results. That's a meaningful difference. So again, your next missed call might be happening right now. Every minute you wait's a lead that went to voicemail, or worse, to your competitor, or to whichever company answered first. I built this system because I needed it. I needed something that would work while I could not. The moment I had it running, I realized what I'd built was not just a tool for me. It was a tool for every business owner who's doing everything right, but losing ground because the phone's not being answered the way it should be. You don't have to pay with your health to run a successful operation. I learned that the hard way so that you have a shorter path to figuring it out too. I just recently returned to my J job after an extended medical leave of 2.5 years following 10 surgeries. There's a fix and it's ready. The question is whether you are. If you've been nodding all along during this presentation, book your discovery audit call at 866-357, my goodness gracious, 3311. But don't call Mark right away. Give him a few minutes after we close this presentation. And then give him a test drive. Kick the tires. Pretend you're on one of your own potential clients calling your business. He wasn't programmed for your industry. He was programmed for my business. So experience how he handles a call from you acting as one of your clients. That's why the discovery call matters. It's where we configure everything for you. So call Mark so you can hear exactly what your callers will experience. The call this morning already went somewhere else. Let's make sure the next one comes to you. So we're going to show you Mark in action. Hang around. You're about to hear exactly what your callers would experience. Call Mark directly, 866-567-3311. But don't go to just the second, please. He only handles a limited volume for my business. I didn't program him at the command tier, so go easy on him. He will actually help you in understanding how well this works. What he can do for your business is a different conversation entirely. I hope this helps.
All right, all right, all right. Awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. As they say in the business, awesome sauce times 1,000,000%. I want to give the floor to LJ in just a moment. I want to say that was a great presentation. It's impactful. There's a personal story there that LJ may or may not have time to get into. And I love the format of having the pre-recorded video like that. I think it's amazing. And I could go on all day. And so before I do, I want to open up the floor via the chat here. So anybody who has a question about how the voice agent works, you can type it in the chat. We can bring you off of mute in just a moment. And what I'd like to do is, if anybody has a question, anybody at all, that you would like to have Mark answer, I'd like to grab that answer. I'd like to grab that question now, and then I'm going to call him live, and we'll see how he answers it. This is going to be a lot of fun. So while we're waiting for the question to come in, I know I have a few questions for Mark. And if anyone wants to type that in the chat, that'd be great. LJ, if you want to say a word or two before I do the demo, that would be great. You can come off of mute.
Well, I just wanted to say that that was my first time I've ever recorded a presentation in my life, and so it was interesting. I'm kind of happy about it. I noticed at the very end there was a typo on the screen, and I didn't correct it in the video. So my phone number was incorrectly displayed. So we'll get there. We'll get there. But I think that it gave a good idea to people to have an idea what they can have available to assist them in running a business successfully. Not that they're not successful. Please don't get me wrong. But so that they can actually, get ahead, get appointments scheduled on their calendar, so they don't have to qualify that before they go out to someone's home.
Couldn't agree with you more. So, what I'd like to dovetail on that real quick, I'll make a comment and then we'll call Mark. I promise we'll get there in just a moment. I'm committed to doing this. It's going to be incredible. I love doing this demonstration. Why I bought. Let me just say why I bought. I'm going to cut to the chase here. Number one, I am scaling my business a lot. At the time of this recording, I have like 7 employees, counting my AI employee on the way here is going to be 8. And so, in terms of my voice agent, okay. And I do have about 30 plus other AI agents that I've built myself. But doing a voice agent is totally different than programming a chat GPT that's custom. It takes a special kind of finesse. It takes, and more importantly, what I like is that what LJ didn't even get into, which maybe she'll cover, maybe she won't today, is that part of the maintenance of what comes with this every month is shockingly thorough. Like, I would not have the time to do what she's doing to calibrate my AI voice agent correctly, to do quality assurance correctly. Like, I'm scaling a lot. Like, I can't literally can't dedicate myself in the way that she does. And I will tell you that the monthly maintenance that I invested in is underpriced. It really is. Like, she'll give you a list of everything she does, and you're like, this is not just set it up and okay, good luck. Hopefully that he or she, whatever personality and voice you choose, and that's a nice thing I like too, is the flexibility of what kind of personality and what kind of voice you get. There's just such a variety of incredible options for you.
You
And
just pointed out something. I'm sorry, Alan, but this is not a do-it-yourself. I'm not selling you something that you've got to do all the plugging in for. This is something that's going to be customized at whatever level. It's just that obviously the larger the organization, the more need there is. But it's a done for you and not a do-it-yourself.
yeah, that's why I signed up on the spot. Because when she said done for you, I'm like, I'm done. Let's go.
I'm
Like, no
just done,
joke.
period.
I'm just done, period. Like, I knew there was a way to do it. It's not what I do every day. So um, I just wanted to say that it was a no brainer. It still is a no brainer because, yeah, I'm a AI Allen. Everybody knows me, AI Allen. And I love AI. I specialize in AI, but that doesn't mean that I am dedicated to every single type of AI. Period. Because there's so many AI so many millions and millions of different types of AI, and an AI voice agent fits the bill there too. So my question to myself as a scaling business that's like just definitely exploding at this point, launching a television network, doing all this other stuff. Like, you know how vital it is to not miss phone calls when you're launching a television network? Like, you've got to make sure you're on par, you're on spot. You cannot be unprofessional. Otherwise, I literally lose tens of thousands of dollars when I have these potential clients coming in to buy a television show from me. And so that's why I couldn't imagine not having an AI voice agent. Like, that would be a disaster. And even more importantly, again, I don't have the laser focused attention to my AI voice agent to provide quality assurance like LJ Hannah does. It's incredible. And I don't want to put you on the spot, LJ, but it's like, can you mention a few things that you do in the quality assurance monthly that you get with any of the levels that you sign up with?
Of course, you're going to tax my brain's capacity to its max right now, aren't you? Even after I pre-recorded this just to avoid me turning into a blubbering idiot. You do this. I love it. Nothing like you, Alan.
I know.
Honestly.
I'll put you on the
But
spot.
the maintenance itself, you're going to have a transcript that'll be provided to you, emailed to you on every call that's brought into your agent. To me, that's huge because especially at the beginning, I talked about the 90-day run, but that is very important. There are going to be tweaks to the system. During that first 90 days, we're going to make them. Will we make them daily? Heck no. But we're going to meet and we're going to discuss it. And you're going to take a look at those transcripts. And you're going to see what you really think, might have missed the mark, no pun intended in my mark. And I'll be able to fine tune. It's not a script that's being read. It is an actual conversation, but I do have to do a lot of programming for it. So we'll be able to get in those first 90 days to get this as perfected as possible for you. So you're in business and your agent will be as responsible as possible to give you the best appointments on your calendar.
100%. Now, as we're moving forward into the demo, anyone here in the chat want to drop a question or two for Mr. Mark to answer, I would be more than happy to do that for you guys. And I think this would be a good time to do that because
Well, I'm going to take it one step further, Alan.
go for it. Yeah.
How about we unmute one of the attendees if they want to ask a question, and you can put your microphone straight up instead of just to Mark. You can put the microphone to your speaker, and the attendee can ask the question directly.
Oh, I
And they
love
can
it.
see how spontaneous and truly live this really is.
I love it.
We're not
I love it.
Memorex here anymore.
Yeah. I remember those days. Is it Memorex
It
or is it
was.
live?
It was. I was a little kid in Canada, and we only had a couple of television stations, and it wasn't until I was almost a teenager when we got our first two American stations. And boy, oh boy, I'll never forget that Memorex commercial.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. So, I don't want to put you all on the spot, but I'm putting you all on the spot. It's what I do. It's what I do. So if anyone wants to come off and mute and wants to talk to Mark, I'm going to ring him in about 30 seconds here so you can kind of put your thoughts together here and, just kind of give it some thought here real quick. So I've tested Mark in a number of ways and I tried to break him as well as I could. And so he's passed every time. Like every time he's passed. My wife and I even called him and we were like, operator, I want to talk to an operator. Human, send me to a human. And he handled it. And he said he handled it beautifully. You know what? Should we do that for the demo here? Should we see how he responds? Why not?
We'll
right?
see we'll see what people want. And if they don't want, well, we'll just we'll have Ernest talk to him.
Yeah, Ernest, here we go. Come on now. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
No, this will be an excellent, actually, I'm sorry, Ernest, Alan is spinning off on me. We didn't talk about this before, but quite frankly, Ernest has an accent and it would be interesting. No, this is very important because this is important to me to make sure that he's programmed properly. You're speaking English. I've even called my Mark before, and I'm talking to him in Spanish, and then hearing how he handles me. So I'd like, if you don't mind, Ernest, if you're willing, and I see you took yourself off mute, so it appears you might be willing to do this.
I need to think what I'm gonna ask because my mind is in prompt
Think
mode.
about your last job. Think about your current job. Think about the job you want to have, and ask questions and pretend it's your business already.
Yeah, so here's the thing to prompt you here, Ernest, is that you're calling LJ Hanna Enterprises, and the focus of the business is to provide AI voice agents. So now I want you to go into business mode for your virtual, because you have a business. You have a virtual assistance business. So tell everyone about your business real quick, Ernest.
I didn't know that. That's good to know.
Yeah, I will quickly put it. My business is Dinsdale Virtual Assistants. What I do, I help people to edit their documents, do price lists, do presentations for them, edit for them it, and if there's any spelling mistakes, I fix it. Just a roughly. There's more a brief,
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool.
I think that would be a perfect test if you're all right with that, Alan.
That's exactly where I was going with it. Yes. So what we'll do is I'll bring Mark on the line and you'll ask him for information. Say, hey, this is what my business does. Can LJ help me with this or whatever questions you come up with on the spot? I don't want to tell you what to say, but just
I don't
present
want
yourself
you
in.
to either, Alan. We
Yeah.
got to ad lib this as best
Yeah,
as we
definitely.
can.
So just put yourself in the business world that you are in already and ask
Okay.
some legitimate questions here. So, all right, without further ado, let me get my speakerphone on. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Who's excited for this? Light a little fire up in the emojis. Let's go. Let's go.
I am, but that's because it's another test for Mark. So I love testing Mark.
All right, Marky Mark in the Breakfast Club. Let's go. Okay, let's see here. All right.
You have reached LJH Enterprise Ventures. This is Mark. How may I be of service today?
Good day, Mark. It's Ernest all the way from South Africa in the Free State. My business is Dinsdale Virtual Assistants. I'm doing Google Documents editing, spreadsheets updating, PowerPoints that I do for people. Is there a way LJ can help my business with AI agents?
Hi, Ernest. Thanks for calling all the way from South Africa. Great to connect with you. It sounds like you're running a virtual assistant business focused on document editing, spreadsheets, and presentations. That's a valuable service. AI voice agents like me can absolutely help businesses like yours. For example, we could handle incoming inquiries from potential clients 24/7, qualify leads by asking smart questions about their needs, and even book consultations or projects for you while you focus on delivering your services. It's like having an extra team member who never sleeps. Out of curiosity, how are you currently getting leads or managing client inquiries? Are you using ads, referrals, or something else?
What I do, I go on Facebook and do adverts and advertise on the school community I'm involved with. So I'm looking for a way to make it for me easier because I don't have time to go on Facebook and advertise. I'm looking for a fast and easy way to get leads.
Got it, Ernest. You're running ads on Facebook and working with the school community for leads, but it sounds like the time and effort to manage all that is becoming a challenge. Totally understandable. You want something faster and easier. Here's how an AI voice agent could help streamline things for you. Instead of manually handling inquiries or chasing leads, the AI could instantly respond to anyone who calls or messages after seeing your ad. It could qualify them by asking about their needs. For example, are you looking for help with spreadsheets, presentations, or something else? And then book them directly into your calendar for a consultation or project. That way, you're not spending time back and forth. The AI handles the first contact and gets them ready for you. Would you like to explore how this could work for your business? I can set up a quick call with LJ to dive deeper into the possibilities.
That sounds excellent. Yes, go forward.
Perfect, Ernest. Let me check LJ's calendar for the soonest available times. One moment while I pull that up for you. Here are the soonest available times for a call with LJ. On Friday, May 1st at 11:15 p.m. or 11:45 p.m. On Saturday, May 2nd at 12:15 a.m. or 12:45 a.m. Do any of these work for you, or would you like me to check for other options?
12:15 a.m. will be fine. Saturday, 2nd May.
Got it. Thank you, Ernest. Now, could you please provide your email address so I can send you the booking confirmation?
Ernest21@gmail.com.
You're all set, Ernest. Your appointment with LJ is confirmed for Saturday, May 2nd at 12:15 a.m. South Africa time. You'll receive a confirmation email shortly with all the details. It was a pleasure speaking with you today. On behalf of LJH Enterprise Ventures, we look forward to connecting with you soon. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you, Mark.
You're very welcome, Ernest. Take care and have a wonderful day ahead.
You too,
We're
thanks.
like a bunch of little children right here, the three of us. I am just very, very proud of Mark being able, and I don't mean this in a disparaging way, Ernest, but he handled your accent very well, and that makes me very comfortable to know that. So
yes,
thank you.
I appreciate it because many people don't. South Africans, we pronounce stuff differently than Americans.
Well,
so I'm grateful he understood it.
and we speak the same language, but as for example, we use the word ads for advertisements. You use the word adverts. I mean,
Yes.
there's just different lexicons that are discussed. So thank you very much for that. I did put you on the spot, and no offense, Alan, but you had so much practice with him like I have. I was hoping one of the other attendees would have volunteered, but I just decided to
Yeah,
ask
no,
Ernest.
I
And
think that
don't
was
worry, everyone
brilliant.
is tricking it. This is not my real email, so the email she's gonna send will not exist. I
Not
just
a
chose a
problem
random.
because I will be getting that and I will have it as an undeliverable. So I'm glad to know
Uh,
that. I'm going to just say one more thing if it's all right. And I do have an offer for people, Alan, if that's possible.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'm not sure how quickly do you put on your replays?
It's up usually 24 to 48 hours. It doesn't take very long for these ones. These are a little easier to get up.
Okay, well, then I have an offer that I will verbally amend that I'm going to put on my screen right now for you. And it is something that because I know that the majority of the people here will be taking that from, excuse me, that they'll be taking that from the good look. See, this is what happens when I speak live. I get tired and I get tongue tied. Most of the people will be catching this on the replay. So I'm going to just change this a little bit to express what it is that I'm actually offering. Um, so I'm going to try to share this. Is it sharing right now?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I am going to be offering to the first 5 people who are willing to try out and get their own agent, I am willing to waive the actual uh, um, setup fee. So
Wow.
that is actually something that would cost, if it's the essential package, that's a $2,000 savings to you. If it's the accelerator package, that's a $5,000 savings to you. So it does go on a little bit. And so this is something that I'll also promise to lock in 7 days after our discovery call, and it'll be customized for your industry. And as I said, I'll lock in the price for the monthly maintenance for 1 year. Even though my costs may go up, I will lock that in for a year. So I'm going to offer this, and even though I say it's offer valid till midnight tomorrow, if you book a discovery call, book it. I see from what we just experienced with Ernest, my first available is on Friday. So if you book your discovery call by Wednesday midnight, which is Wednesday is the 29th. If you book it by Wednesday, because I'll know when you do, you will be eligible, if you're one of the first 5 to do it, you will be eligible to get this offer for the free setup.
Mm.
Because I know that we're not going to have the appointment set by Wednesday, but if you set it up by then, I will honor that. And that is specifically for those of you who are watching on the recording. This is a value to it. I mean, it's anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000. We would have the call for the discovery. We'll go through some questions. It's an audit call to see your business needs, to see, I have a matrix that's developed to see what's the best volume for you, value to the volume that you have. And that is something I'd like to offer anybody at this point. And in return for this offer, I am going to ask for testimonials. This is something I'm just starting up. This is something I built for myself. So it's not something that I've had going on forever. Alan is my first paying client. I'd like to make a couple more, and I'd like to he's obviously very pleased so far, and we're not even live yet for him. And he's pleased with the process, and he's experiencing it firsthand. So I offer that to you, and take it. Call Mark 866-567-3311. Go through a call. And if you book that call between now and Wednesday, the 29th at midnight, I will honor, if you're one of the first 5 people, at the not discounted, free setup fee for Accelerator or Essentials. Thank you, Ellen.
You're welcome. Well, thank you. That's an incredibly aggressive offer, guys. I mean, it's rare that you can get a free setup for something of this caliber, for something of this kind of, I mean, that's an extreme. Not only is it a convenience, but that's an ultra savings there. I mean, can you imagine your checkbook being you having 2,000 or even $5,000 more in the bank because you were an action taker? I mean, that's really the success leaves clues, and the people who know they need it and they don't hesitate and they act on it are always rewarded. I mean, that's how it works in our ecosystem here. We like to we like to reward the action takers because money loves speed, whatever you want to say. There's a many different ways to say it. We just want to bless your company. We want to make sure that we're partnering with you, and if there's anybody has any questions, you can use the hand raise feature here because there's a few people here live. And so if you want to ask about the process I've been through now or in the replays, I'd be happy to comment back on what the experience has been like with LJ so far. And I'm kind of like a little bit different than some other companies because I'm like fully transparent. And LJ's laughing because she knows what it's like to put up with me as a customer. But anyway, it's like I just want to say something real quick. The amount of communication's been great. I mean, she's very on top of it. She's held me accountable. I'm scaling a business. This is something I could have easily put off, and it's like something that I needed though. So she kept it not only important but urgent. And that was something I really respect her for because some other business owners wouldn't have been as on top of it as she is. And I think it's incredibly impressive, because we didn't get a chance to go into it very much here for the sake of her health. But, she sacrificed herself a lot in her career and paid for it physically. And that, and this is something that, even though there's that doesn't stop her from being successful. And I think it's ultra like impressive, that is the caliber of person you're working with. Like that means that it's going to get done no matter what, so that's rare. Because you got these people who are young whippersnappers, as they used to say back in our day, right? These whippersnappers, they don't have the drive, they don't have the focus that LJ has with her professionality. So I just want to say that as a testament to her, it's very impressive just how on top of it things have been with her focus, her deliberation, and everything has been an absolute pleasure. I nothing but good stuff to say. But anyway, all that to say, does anyone have any questions at all? I know it's kind of straightforward. Okay.
Yes,
Go ahead.
I have a
Go
question.
for it, Elaine.
How is this? I logged in late, so I'm sorry, but how is this different from Colton, your agent?
Awesome question. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. And please be safe there it looks like you're driving. So, all right. So, number one, first and foremost, Colton doesn't speak. Okay. So, Colton is going to be dropped into your chat GPT and he's going to rewrite anything that you copy and paste into him. He is not reactive. You can't call him. Okay. So, that's a big difference. Like I shouldn't say he's not proactive. I don't know the word is, but anyway, you have to trigger him to work. Okay, he's not on demand. Okay, so the difference here would be Mark or whatever you name your voice agent. Like they're gonna be there 24/7 with a phone call. Okay, so you cannot call Colton. He's not callable basically. So every AI agent, every AI anything has its own separate purpose. And
Exactly.
they're usually like very singular in their focus at this point because the AI technology is not advanced enough to function like a human brain yet, but to multitask. So Colton is going to rewrite things and that's it. And your AI voice agent will answer phone calls. That's what the AI voice agent will do. Would you like to
And
dovetail on
book your
that, LJ?
calendar. And book your calendar. That to me is the missing piece. If there's, I always go back to home services, a plumber, an HVAC tech. It's the middle of winter. The heating's gone off. It's in the middle of summer. The AC's gone off. Somebody is calling at 2 in the morning. Your phone's not working at 2. Mark will be able to put it in your calendar. Mark's going to qualify the whole call and put it in your calendar. So when you wake up in the morning, you'll have that and you'll go, what the heck? Wow, that saves you a bit of time.
Incredible. Yeah. And
thank you for the opportunity, Alan. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. That was an incredible question, Elaine. I appreciate that. Glad you're being safe there as well. It's awesome. Good question. So wonderful question. I'm sure a lot of people were wondering that. So, yeah. So I'll just leave it with this, and I think we're about ready to wrap up because I don't want to overdo myself and or you as well. So let's wrap it up here. And again, thank you all for coming. I appreciate it a ton. I'll just leave you with a little bit of vision and then we'll wrap up here in about a minute. So imagine yourself doing your job, not your job, but your business. Okay. Maybe you're at a 9 to 5 right now and you want to exit from the 9 to 5 and be all the way into business, but you're working. So you can't take calls from your potential clients. You're literally losing money on the table because you're working a 9 to 5. When Mark or whatever you want to name your agent, now I want to reiterate, you can name your agent whatever you want. Mine's going to be like a female voice from England, okay? Because I think that's cool. I don't know. It's what I want. You might want a dude. You might want a dudette. I don't know. You get to choose. You might want conversational. You might want that person super professional. There's different tonalities. The voices are all different. You can name the person whatever you want. Whatever you feel will represent your business most accurately 24/7 while you're sleeping. People in other countries can call your number. It's so cool. Ernest could call in the middle South African time. You're not going to lose that. You could be at work. You won't lose that. And so you imagine this AI person not doing two things. It's very rare that AI can do more than one thing. Answering phones, number one, and booking appointments. 2 things.
And qualifying in the meantime.
And qualifying.
And Martha said that was amazing because I thought LJ's is only for like countries overseas. So it was so amazing to hear Mark. I could speak from all the way from South Africa. How amazing is that? So I can say, as a testimonial, it's international. You can speak to your AI agent, which is awesome.
Absolutely impressive. Absolutely. And trust me, I've tried to break him. He doesn't break. I've tried to ask him about God. He replies about God. I've tried to ask him all the deepest things, and he performs masterfully every single time with accuracy. And you can always reiterate, recalibrate, whatever. So all this to say, imagine your business growing so much you don't need your 9 to 5 anymore. And you have a partner that's incredibly better priced than hiring a human. Because they're going to be 55, 100 grand, whatever, if you're going to do, and they won't work as much as he does. They won't work as accurately as he does. And they won't love you as much as he does. I mean, it's an
Alan,
absolute...
you mentioned God. So can I ask that we close with a prayer?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's my challenge to you. Let's pray. And I hope you're one of the 5 action takers. Let me pray for you now. Lord God, thank you today for this amazing session. Just getting just a little tease of the things that these AI voice agents can do and the extreme expertise that LJ Hanna has and the great, amazing service that is being provided here. That's vital, essential. Like if you're not using this service, you're literally losing money every single moment of the day. So I pray in Jesus' name that money would not be an issue, that would be worked out with however LJ does that, and that there would be just a release of finances here, so that way more money can have more speed, can bless the kingdom of God, and do what you have designed for everyone to do. And we pray this all in Jesus' mighty name. Amen and amen and amen. And again, thank you all so much for coming. Reach out to LJ. What's that phone number one more time, LJ?
866-567-3311.
Awesome.
And thank you
so
again
much.
very much for your time and your participation.
Absolutely, you're welcome, and thanks again for tuning in for this this business engine. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode. And remember, if you want to have a wonderful life, say yes to a mentor. Do that right away. God bless. Take care.
The 2026 Speaker Treasury. 12 of the highest caliber speakers. Get brand deals with no social media follow. Build 9-figure empires. Viral posting and editing. Stack lines of revenue. 12 months of mentoring. Unleash your business potential. VIP access. Meet and greet. Reserve your seat now for the 2026 Speaker Treasury.
Welcome everyone, come join the fun. Legacy Blueprint now has begun. One big family, here we grow. Legacy Blueprint, now here we go. Grab your cup, pull up a chair. Legacy Blueprint now is everywhere. Everywhere. Coffee time, let's laugh out loud. Legacy Blueprint now makes us proud. It's coffee time, let's talk and grow. Legacy Blueprint now helps us glow. Share your story, shine right now at Legacy Blueprint now. So raise your cup, let the good times flow. Legacy Blueprint now helps dreams grow. Big dreams start right now, right here at Legacy Blueprint now.
The 2026 Speaker Treasury. 12 of the highest caliber speakers. Get brand deals with no social media follow. Build 9-figure empires. Viral posting and editing. Stack lines of revenue. 12 months of mentoring. Unleash your business potential. VIP access. Meet and greet. Reserve your seat now for the 2026 Speaker Treasury. Know your customer. Share your passion. Legacy Blueprint now presents The Business Engine.